circumstances. Now, what this statement is saying is that we classify soil we classify soil health using index. So values are attached. So if after everything I discover that okay, this one is level 1, we say this one is like this. If it's level 2, this like that. It's level 3, is like that. Level 4 is like that. So numerical values are attached in measurement or assessing this soil soil health. You could remember in the morning we're looking at soil health and how to assess soil. So the soil index will tell us an information about the health of the soil. Yes. So in table 1, we'll find table 1 in the next slide. I'm sorry, where I'm staying right now, there's no electricity supply. So where I'm depending on the battery of the laptop. So that's why I don't want to go much into doing revision like it did in the morning time. So if you look at table 1 on slide 22, at the title there, soil index system. Then the table is subdivided into 3 columns. The first column talks about soil index itself, and it's calibrated 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the second column talks about soil index description, where we have very low, medium, sufficient/excess. That's the information contained in the second column. Then the third column talks about responses to fertilizers. So we have 1 definite, 2 is unlikely, 3 is unlikely/tenuous, and then 4 is none. So these responses you get it from users. Yes, you ask, maybe you design a questionnaire, then administer to them, and then the responses you get it and you classify it because they are the ones that will apply this fertilizer on in the soil on their farms, and they'll give us feedback on how it has been used and the product they get from there. So if the soil index is 1, that means it is very, very low. Very, very low. Then if the respondents tick 2, which is likely, that is mean it is low. But if the respondents say it's unlikely, then that is 3, which is medium. Then if the respondent does not respond at all, that means it's in what? It is excess or sufficient. So this table is used as a guide to measure the index of soil. Now, the next slide, which is slide 23, is what we call soil mapping. Soil mapping. Those local governments that were created when the BDC was created initially, they have a beautiful master plan. Yes. If you go to most of those local governments, you can stand from one road and your eye can see as far as it can take you to the other end. That means those have stick to the master plan in those days. So you don't have all these close, you have up and down. But most of those places, they still maintained a good mapping when the town planners used to plan the town there. Yes. If you go to a place like Boko, I'm very confident with Castinala, you can stand and your eyes could see straight. You see very far. So what I want you to bring that picture here. Town planners do map up town, and they say, okay, this area is industrial area, this area is residential, this is for church, this is for market square, and what have you. Remember, hitherto, so many people were crying foul play. Some people say the house will diminish when and they try to follow the master plan of the federal capital territory, Abuja. So some person were maybe they build a house on sewage pathways. Some persons on in this in residential sorry recreational areas. So in soil mapping too, it's a tool for land use planners and land users. It allows to make decisions on the most appropriate use for which a portion of land can be assigned. It is the major source of information and guide to the various professions that make use of the land. So if you want to make land, you map up the land. Okay, this area, they have studied the area and discovered that yes, this area will be good for what? Agricultural practices. So later on, I reserve this area for what? For farming activities. Um, the the first executive governor of Benue State, um, he mapped also these areas within the state because they discovered that those areas were good for certain practices. Like there's a cattle ranch that was mapped up. So if you go to that area, look at the environment of that area, it's not as harsh as what we have in other places. Okay. Yes. So the state was mapped out. Some of those areas were mapped up for certain activities based on the futures that are fit for such purpose. Yes. So maybe you want to map, okay, like the Otupo Ben bricks, they started that they're based on maybe the way, the nature of the soil there. Okay, so maybe you discover that they map up an area based on what they feel that area can best be used for. The Benue Cement Company, who is now down with the cement company, is cited there, reason being that that area has a lot of limestone beneath the soil. So that is how the land mapping is done. It's the government map of this land based on the use, the proximity of that to the raw materials and other features taken into consideration. So that the soil mapping is used to allocate land for use, and you also give information to professionals because when they come and look at it, it helps them to map out what you want to do. If you go to Jos where they are mining, you see a lot of those leftover or those sites that have been abandoned, the abandoned mine site. Yes, so you see that yes, this place was used for mining of tin. Then the next slide, which is slide 24, takes us to management strategies that lead to soil health maintenance. Marketing, strategies that leads to soil health maintenance. We saw a similar wheel in the morning session. So you have in the middle there, then the spokes, all right? So you have sustainable productivity, all over the wheel. Then you have each aspect that needs to be considered is there. So that is a schematic representation. Then you have soil quality standard, which is the next slide, that's slide 25. Now, I'm talking too much this morning, so let me pause here and ask this question for interaction or inputs from you people too. What is a standard? What do you understand by the word standard? When you mention the word standard, what comes to your mind? What is standard? Yes, what is standard? Some persons are still on break. We have only 21 participants in the house. But sorry, we can't help it because the source of light I'm using is is the battery of the laptop, and you can't tell when it will just run down. So let us try and cover up much. So what is the standard? And nobody know what the standard is. No hand up. Okay, Agatha, yeah, Agatha, speak.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, ma.
A standard is a kind of a level where you have said this is the right way this thing should be done, or the most appropriate way for it to be. That's what I understand as being a standard of something.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution. Simon also want to say something. Then after Simon will say, then Balogun Bankole will also say. So Simon, first to you.
Okay, so I look at standard as an agreed level, a level that is agreed for something to uh, attain, it should be ideal.
Okay, okay. I love that contribution by Simon. Then Bankole hand was up earlier.
Yes, sir.
Has he
Good afternoon,
run
sir.
away? Yes, Bankole,
Yes, sir. Good
afternoon.
afternoon, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
So, in my own way, I think standard are set of rules or procedure that are minimum for an acceptable level of a particular job or task in an organization, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Then Yasin. Yasin, can you also say something?
Yes, sir. Standards are more like, let's say, guidelines or specifications.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, I think that one is also a beautiful contribution. So precise. I love that. So the last person that will speak will be Francis Udele. Francis has
Okay,
been making so much contributions, and I love that. Yes, Francis, over to you.
standard can be seen as a benchmark or maybe a reference point.
Okay.
Mm,
You see how
it could
wonderful
be for
we have
measurement.
good class in this class. Good. You talk about benchmark, reference point. Um, Yasin also made a good point. So these last 2 points are very, very powerful. Uh, Now let me just polish it up, all right? Now standards are set by professionals, okay? Yeah, not everybody sets standards. In every field, there are professionals. So those professionals will come together and set guidelines, set limitations that will regulate the activities of that entity. So if, for instance, you are working in the hospital, there are standards that the hospital personnel will say, okay, this you shouldn't do this shouldn't be done. That is the standard in the hospital because they are the professionals that set the standards. Then if you come to environment, even environment we have different experts. So for instance, like personally, I'm an environmentalist, but I'm biased in water pollution. So in water, we have specialists that will tell you that okay, if this is in water, this is not good. So the person that's even though it's environmentalist, is an authority in air pollution, can come and say standard in water because the person is not a scholar, also is not an expert when it comes to what water. So they are professionals, okay. And then in addition to that, there are bodies that have been, you know, legalized bodies that they are registered bodies with the government, and the government recognize them. So when they make pronouncements, these pronouncements are backed by law. All right, they put for these pronouncements, and then the government enact laws to to back up this pronouncement and see to it that they are fully implemented. Yes. So on that note, we say that unlike water and air quality, soil quality does not have specific standards that can be established and comparison made. So what I mean saying is, you know, the standards in soil are not as specific as that of what water and air. Because of the complexity in usage of soil. Okay. Then, since the physical, chemical, and biological composition of soil varies widely, there is no specific soil type that can be established as what as a standard. So the choice of appropriate soil properties and their standard depends on the use of which the soil is put. So remember earlier when we mentioned this earlier, we discussed this earlier. We said, if you remember that slide, we talked about water quality, soil quality differed vis-a-vis stakeholders. So I say, for instance, now if I'm a stakeholder that I'm interested in in building houses, my standard for the soil will differ from you that wants to go into agriculture. So that is a clear difference, a good example, because someone want to go into building will be looking for swampy areas to build, because definitely he will spread more, and then his clients will be exposed to flooding, and then he may lose markets, because year in year out when flooding comes, it will destroy their properties. So they will prefer to go to upland where they will not be prone to flooding or some of these other natural disasters. But someone that want to go into agriculture like farming rice will prefer swampy areas. So I told all this in the morning. So depend on the use of which the soil is put. Then lastly, there is a voluntary standard prepared by the international organization. Now let me school us on that little. These words, these NGOs you see, all these activities we see. Yesterday we heard about MGG, today we heard about SDG, even United Nations. It's a voluntary body. You country they join a voluntary. You can't compare a sovereign nation to join any organization or any treaty. So it's voluntary. So there's another vital point. So yes, these standards are prepared, but because they are not, the enforcement has limitations. Reason being that the usage is what is upheld there to be paramount. Then, even though we say they are limited, we still try to give some little classification on the type of soil quality standards. So that takes us to the last slide. Sorry, the last slide there, which is slide 26. So the soil quality standard provides threshold values to identify when changes in soil properties or conditions become detrimental. So this condition results in significant change or impairment in the productive capacity, hydrologic function, or environmental health of the soil. The major soil productivity standards are as follows. 1, the soil cover. For erosion protection is sufficient to prevent the rate of accelerated soil erosion from exceeding the rate of soil formation. So in soil cover, for highly erodible soils, the soil developed from granite material, ground cover should be in excess of 90% and evenly distributed. So what that point is saying, that soil cover protects the soil from erosion. So the process statement here talks about that the soil quality standard gives a threshold that will enable the users to identify soil changes in the properties or condition that can become detrimental. But put in code the usage. So this condition results in significant change or impairment in the productive capacity. So what are you using the soil for? Once the productive capacity you have targeted is not achieved, then it becomes detrimental. So the hydrologic, so that hydrologic means water function or environmental health of the soil. So look at soil cover. It's very important because it protects the soil from what? From erosion. All right. Then the second one is soil porosity. Should be at least 90% of the total porosity found under undisturbed or natural condition. So now porosity is evaluated between 4 and 8 inches below the surface of soil, which tree and shrubs potential, and between 0 to 4 inches for soil without herbaceous protection. Now, what that means is this, that we discussed earlier in the morning that when we talk about soil porosity, we are looking at the rate at which water percolates down into the soil, the movement of water from up to bottom, the movement of water across the gradient, how water is moving down the soil structure or soil profile. So if you pour water on the top, how long will it take it to reach the bottom? Because definitely there's pores. And we said earlier in the morning that these pores are not homogeneous. They are not the same. They varies. The pores you find in sand they are different size, they're different diameter, with that of what? Of loamy soil or clay soil. The same thing applies to the bulk density. So the porosity now, that if a soil that has what? Trees and shrubs, that is, there are trees covered there, like the savanna now, okay, or the forest. So the porosity should be between what? 4 and 8 inches. That's how you measure it. How there is the water movement from between 4 to 8 inches down the soil if you dig it. Then if it is like in the desert or arid areas that don't have enough plant cover, okay, then you should stop only at what? 0 to 4. You shouldn't exceed 4. And if I've been to the far north, I was opportune to serve in Yobe State. And it's very interesting that the same maize, the same guinea corn that you eat here, there's a different variety up there that we produce in less than 3 months. It is okay, because the rain cycle or the water cycle when it comes to rain is very short. So they don't have experience longer rainfall as what happens here. If you go down south, even down south, some places now there's heavy rain as compared to what you have in Middle Belt here. Okay. Then the organic matter. So another quality is what is the percentage of organic matter in such soil? So first we look at the soil cover that helps to protect the erosion. What is the soil cover like? Is it able to protect the soil from erosion? Then the other one is soil porosity. What the rate of water percolation down? Is water able to move down freely? Or because maybe water is moving down slowly? Why? Because there's plant cover. And when you have plant cover, there are trees, there are shrubs, there are herbs. This also helps to reduce the amount of evaporation of water from the soil into the atmosphere. So the place is not so dried completely. Why? Because there's a cover that protects sun rays hitting directly on the soil, therefore reduce the temperature, which helps to convert water to water vapor. So last one now is what? Organic matter. I was said earlier in the morning that organic matter means when living organisms, both plants and animals, when they decompose after death from tree branches, leaves, tree trunks, the carcasses of animals, the feces of animals. So all these form organic matter. So when they undergo decay or decomposition, they remain in the soil. All right. So call it organic matter. So is the organic matter sufficient enough to prevent significant shortage or long-term nutrient cycle deficient, and to help avoid advanced physical soil characteristics? So soil organic matter Hello, please. I want to apologize. Something that breaking communication. It wasn't purposive. Sorry. So we're just trying to round up. So the organic matter now says sufficient amount to prevent significant short or long term nutrient cycle deficits, and to help avoid advanced physical soil characteristics. So soil organic matter in the upper 12 inches of the soil, should be at least what, 85% of the total soil organic matter found under undisturbed condition for the same or similar soil. So soil organic matter is present in the following forms and amount. Now, for soil organic matter, it's like an indicator to measure soil fertility, because if you just reason with me here now, in soil nutrients recycling, let me give all this small joke, but don't take it too personal. Now, in nutrients recycling, animals are heterotrophs, plants are autotrophs. So plants produce food, animals eat on the food produced by plants. So when plants leaves fall, because the plants to feed on the food they produce again, so the leaves will fall, decompose, and they now form this add to the nutrient again. Animals that feed on this plant, when they die, they get decomposed, they add the manure, right? Yes. Now, this is a lighter joke anyway. Now look at we humans. When we pass on, we are buried in a casket. Maybe that casket is glass. So all the the good things we got from this world, okay, it can't go back to the soil. But I'm not saying that I'm advocating for diabetes. I'm just using that as a joke to make you feel light. So what I want to understand is this: for the cycle to be complete, when plants and animals die, those nutrients that they get from the ecosystem, they are released back into the soil for the cycle to continue. Okay, and that's why where you have, if you notice it, where you have so much plants, so much animals, such soils are more fertile. Yes, some persons will use the droppings of poultry to add to fertilizer. That's what they call compost manure or cow. So let me stop there and give room for questions. Any question? Any question?
Yeah.
Any question? Okay, let me see. Wait first. Now let me see. Any hand up? If I don't see hand, how will I just authorize? Because if I say everybody should speak, then you see the whole place will become rowdy. Good, Chief Nenda. I want to appreciate this person's Nenda, Simon,
Yeah.
Yasin, Ali, that's Miriam. All of these wonderful participants. If I don't, okay, and then yes, Simon is there. So yes, Neda, over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. If we go back, let's go back and look at the soil index system. That table we had.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
Would love maybe you pick an example and maybe you use this table to have a brief discussion with us. Let me get a better grasp on what this table is.
Understanding. Okay, okay, it's allowed. Now, we if we look at the third column there, we're talking about users, right? Those farmers that use fertilizer,
Yes,
right?
yes,
So
sir.
you ask them, you prepare a table and give them. They will not respond. So if you now ask them and they tell you that no, that this 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 soil, okay, the yield the yield is good, right? Then if okay, sir, if the yield is good, they will now give response. They will now tick 1, 2, 3, 4. So if they tick none, that means sorry, they don't tick none. That means the fertilizer is what? Good. And then the soil index is what? High. All right. Now let us go back to let us go back to what. So let us take for that first the preceding statement that soil index is classified into what? 4. Now the index varies. Then we say that that they we classify soil due to level of what? Nutrients or elements found. Now, the class is referred to as soil index. So soil analysis levels are classified into what? Index 1 to 4. Now, these nutrients and trace elements talking about is that the fertilizers you are going to use on what? Here we are being biased now because we talk about nutrients. So basically, we are referring to what? For agricultural use. Are you with me now? Now,
Yes.
the crops
We are comparing
we used
fertilizers.
the fertilizer to what? To produce. So if you ask the person, so tick, if you don't have any challenge at all, you are okay with this fertilizer, don't tick. That means this fertilizer is good. Okay, so tick 4 if this fertilizer is what? Good for you. Then that is sufficient. But some person that what are in between, right? It's not
Yes.
likely that if a tick 3, that means what? It's medium. It's not it's not likely. But some will tick 2. That means yes, it's likely that the fertilizer help their yield or their crop to do well. Okay. Then if they tick 1, that means the fertilizer did not help anything at all. So that means very, very low. So it is the yield from their produce that will guide them in ticking the table because they're the one that will use the fertilizer. I don't know, but I heard some person was saying that the fertilizer that the government gives one time, and then when they apply to the farm, it refused to dissolve. So to them, it's not a good fertilizer. The other one perceive the last fertilizer they gave last year, they say, that is very good. Once you put it, you see it to dissolve, it become wet. So those are the type of, you see, you get similar same, even though same fertilizer, maybe the same brand, no, or the same name, maybe APK. The type I was given the previous year, the problem may be different from the one that we give this year because for different companies. So there's what we call feedback mechanism. This company will go out to ask the consumers to give them feedback. You have used this product, rate us. Rating is 1 to 5. Is it good? Like that. So that's how they scale it. So just bring that concept here. It's like a scale. It's like rating now. Good. So the users that they have applied this fertilizer on their farm and their yield, they not compare the yield over the years. I've applying this fertilizer. I've applied one bag of fertilizer on so hectare of land. I normally get so bags of rice. I normally get so tons of what? Of what do you call it? Yam. So they'll be better position to give us a correct assessment. So you can't sit in the office and do the assessment because it's there that will assess it and give and tell us the result.
Okay, Doc. Thank you.
Is that well understood?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Any other question? Hello? So as I promised, I will give you the material for tomorrow's lecture later in the day. So you go by it, you rehearse. Okay? So please, do have a lovely day. We'll see you tomorrow in the morning.
All right, sir. Thank you.
So thank you, and my regards to your family members. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir.
Thank you. So and please, if you have any challenge, yes, please. This now we are finished the lecture. I'm now telling you as the PG coordinator, I'm ready to give assistance as much as possible when it comes to this program. So please, if you have any challenge, don't hesitate to call me. Like I was impressed. One MSc student called me this morning, telling me that she was not on. She had not been able to join the lecture. Why? Because somebody the office joined her the wrong WhatsApp platform. The secretary in the department. So please, if you know anyone or your mate that is registered, has been admitted, and has not joined the class, please let me know so that I will give the engineer that is handling our program to give the person a link to add person up on the WhatsApp group. Please. Who's the course rep? Though the class governor.
Sam, yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. So please just do me that favor. Just ask, because definitely you may know one or two persons that have been admitted in the program, or you may have the list of your mates that have been admitted in the program, and some persons are not registered, so they may miss on the lectures, and some persons don't even know that they'll be admitted. So, but if you now escalate the information to them to help them so that they'll join the program, okay?
Okay, sir.
So please don't hesitate to call me anytime you have any challenge. Please, I'm always available.
It's okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Don't call me the midnight, eh? So a person will leave till 10 o'clock to call me.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello? Someone reached out to me here that his name was not on that list I sent to the other WhatsApp group. So if your name is not on that list, please do let me know so that I'll contact them. If you are not there, if you are not assigned to a supervisor who is here and has not been attached to a supervisor, we are here to... Huh? Hello?
Since they are keeping quiet, it seems everybody has been assigned to a supervisor now.
It's okay.
Can we check us, rep?
Huh?
Let's check
Yes.
We are here to check.
And then another thing, those
Yes.
of you who are not in Benue, by next week I will be going to school to submit those code of conduct. So anybody that wants me to submit should reach me on time so that I will make arrangement to go and submit. The
For
silence
me, as for me, I will chat you later in the evening concerning it because I'm at work now. Yes.
So thank you all. See you all tomorrow.
Class rep.
Yes, ma.
How will you know that you are attached to a particular list?
Huh? Hello?
Yes.
I'm not hearing you, please, ma.
Hello?
So how would you know that you are attached to a supervisor?
I have posted a list on the other WhatsApp group.
We have not checked.
Against your name, everybody against your name, there's somebody attached at the end.
Me have not name is not
Please, who is talking? Change your location. Your network is bad.
She's saying that she did not see her name assigned to any district supervisor.
What is her name? She should private chat me.
All right.
Please come here. You can return the list now. You can report the list.
I just posted it now on the other WhatsApp group.
Okay. Let me go and check.
Good afternoon. Me, I'm not on the other WhatsApp group, so I don't know who is going to add me there, please.
When did you
the
come in, sir?
is there now. He will add you.
Please private chat me. Private chat me. I will add you.
Okay. The issue now is that I don't know your number on the WhatsApp group, so let's maybe I need to get your number.
Okay.
When you go to general WhatsApp group, just look for Abu.
Okay.
Look for Abu.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sir?
Please, like some of us, they give us the supervisor, but no email, no phone numbers. How do we get to him?
Go to your timetable. Most of them are your lecturers. Their names, their phone numbers, and emails are on your lecture timetable, so you can get it from there.
All right, thank you.
Okay, I hope that's all.
Yes, maybe sir, fertilizer.
Okay, so far as the digging starts from the distance, there is no problem. We should further ahead. I say, oh, this way with the weight.